Hello, television family. We're back at it for a abbreviated week of award-winning local television here for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Monday, 22nd day of December, 2025. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. It's a Monday. If you're familiar with the program, you know what we do here on Mondays. I'm here. Malcolm is here. We're working. We're not going to work real hard. I mean, it's Monday. But it is a short week, so I gotta cram some stuff I normally stretch out over the course of a work week into 3 days. I think I can pull it off. 30 degrees right now. We're going to have quite a bit of sunshine today. Temperatures are finally feeling like what they should be. We got to 35. That was it on a Sunday. A little bit of light rain tonight into Monday. Another rain event looks like on Christmas Eve. Are we going to have a white Christmas here in the valley? No. We have like a 1% chance of that happening, but the mountain's going to get some snow. Not a bunch, but enough. Weather details are coming up, and we'll check in with how much snow the mountain passes are expected on this very busy travel Monday. Of course, there's no school now and that kind of deal, so everybody's into that Christmas holiday deal to get rid of those, do those last-second errands over the next couple of days. News, yes. Sports, yes. Speaking of sports, in case you missed our Friday night broadcast from the Rondeau Memorial Gymnasium, we will air for you in the back half of the program the retirement ceremony. They retired Hailey Van Lith's number 11. It's now hanging up on the gym wall. We will have that ceremony, and then afterwards, Hailey had a chance to sit down with her very own Eric Granstrom for about a 10, 11-minute interview while the boys were playing Natchez Valley. By the way, they won. In any event, we'll have that for you in the back half of the show, and at 2 minutes after the hour right now, it's tour time, and we have clear skies. We have a number of cameras that will be able to work for us today. Just some patches of low clouds over the confluence of the Wenatchee and the Columbia, and that's really about it. For you folks traveling in the mountain passes, of course, Stevens is a no-go. Don't worry about that. Can't do it. From today through Christmas Day, Blewett's going to get about 5 to 10 inches of snow. Snoqualmie is going to get between 6 to 12 inches of snow. Most of the snow is going to be overnight tonight into Tuesday, and then it'll be hit and miss snow showers in the upper elevation, so it doesn't look too bad. That's a cool view. That is City Hall on the right, the big tower over the Widener apartment homes to your left. I believe that's from our Cascadian camera. It's beautiful. Hey, days are getting longer now. The winter solstice was yesterday, so sunrise this morning will be at 7:46. Sunset this afternoon, 4:13. That's 3.5 seconds longer than yesterday. We flipped that coin. The Rondo Rock camera takes a look. This is weird because Malcolm and I didn't go through all the cameras before we start the show like we usually do. Well, you know, again, it's a short week. You should just be happy I showed up at all. That's the Rondo Rock camera. Turtle Rock in the middle of your screen. Mission Ridge off in the distance, and they got some much needed snow, and they're making snow too. That helps. And camera 4. That looks to be Billy Goat to me. Beautiful view there. I love that view from Billy Goat. That's the lights of Pateros in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. I don't think you can play golf at Gamble Sands today. I'm going out on a limb, but I'm assuming they're not open. That's just a guess. One slide to show for you. It's a general look at the outlook for the rest of the week. As far as precipitation is concerned, on the lower levels, it's going to be rain, not snow. At one point this week, our snow level is going to be down to about 1,500 feet. That's tomorrow, but there's also no real precipitation in the forecast either. So there you go. Temperatures are still going to be slightly above normal. Today is going to be the sunny day for the most part. As far as a white Christmas here in the Wenatchee Valley, no. But there is a slight chance of some light snow on Thursday morning. So there you go. 7-day forecast brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee. It's where comfort, care, and community come together. Sunshine for the most part today. Late in the day, the clouds will be rolling in. That means maybe a very late afternoon raindrop after sunset anyway. We'll get up to 38 degrees. We're at 30 right now. Snow level tonight will be at 1,800 feet. So we're talking maybe some light rain in the Wenatchee Valley at about 2,000 feet and above, some snow. This is where most of the passes are going to get the snow, but the system is going to kind of lose energy by the time it gets here. 30% chance of rain on Tuesday, lots of clouds, 37. Tuesday night definitely looks like rain with snow in the mountain passes. There's a 70% chance of rain on Tuesday night. Snow level Tuesday night is going to be at 1,700 feet. And then it's going to go up on Wednesday, Christmas Eve during the day. The snow level is going to be at about 4,000 feet. So if you're actually traveling on Wednesday, I don't think you're going to have any problems at all on Blewett or on I-90. If anything, they're going to get a little bit of rain. Christmas Eve, snow level will be about 2,400 feet, which means if we get anything precipitation-wise, it'll be rain. And Christmas Day, slight chance of a rain-snow mix in the morning. Outside of that, going to be cloudy and gray and a high of 36. Not really going to see a lot of sunshine, I'm afraid, this week. If you're really into sunshine, today is the day, but the weekend, lots of sunshine Friday and Saturday anyway. All right. That's what Mother Nature has in store. The news will take over things in 2 minutes. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Monday edition on the NCWF channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Craving fresh Asian comfort food? Steam Panda is Wenatchee's popular, family-friendly Asian restaurant. They focus on providing guests with delicious, healthy, fresh, and natural dishes for an affordable price. Warm up with one of their many popular house-made soup dumplings, ramen noodles, or pho dishes. And make sure to ask about their lunch and chef specials on sushi rolls. Steam Panda's Hawaiian poke bowl and salads are excellent with your favorite boba tea. Stop by or order online at Steam Panda today.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Still over half an hour from sunrise. A nice morning, a little on the cool side, 30 degrees. It's pretty foggy, we're told, out in the Columbia Basin this morning. Sunshine for the most part today. It'll be a little rainy at times throughout the course of the week. Snow in the Wenatchee Valley this week. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's 8 minutes after the hour. Economic Development Commissioners in Chelan County, they're still planning to vote tomorrow on installing a tax increment financing district in the Malaga area. Officials for Chelan County and other tax-supported agencies, they have spoken out against the measure, which would set aside future growth in property tax revenue to pay for infrastructure upgrades inside the 3,300-acre TIF district. Those improvements aim to attract new business and industry to the area. It's already home to Microsoft data centers under development. The 3 elected Port of Chelan County Commissioners are scheduled to take the vote at the regular meeting of the Chelan-Douglas Port Authority. It'll be at the Confluence Technology Center. There will be a public comment period prior to the vote for anybody attending in person or online. The meeting is scheduled to begin tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris announced earlier this month, of course, he's going to retire from office next year. Well, on Friday, his second-in-command says he wants the job and he's running for it. Tyler Kale, he's been the undersheriff of Chelan County for 7 years. He acts as the department's chief in Morris's absence and managed other leadership duty. Kale is also fire chief for Douglas County Fire District 5. That's based in his hometown of Mansfield. Morris is 52. He plans to retire effective March 1st. Kale says he will ask the Douglas County Commissioners to appoint him to fill the unexpired term that runs through December. Cale says Morris is endorsing his run for sheriff alongside past Douglas County sheriffs, including Harvey Jesdahl and Dan LaRoche. Cale will run for office as a Republican. The 2026 election is scheduled for November 3rd. The Washington Department of Transportation began repair work on Highway 2, Stevens Pass, on Thursday. Of course, the highway was closed between mileposts 35 to 85. That was between Coles Corner and Index. That was on December 10th. And then on December 11th, they extended the closure to include the Tumwater Canyon on the east side of the pass at milepost 99. That's just outside of Leavenworth. The stretch between Skycomas and Leavenworth is still closed. The DOT says the emergency contract with Hearst Construction will cover the road between mileposts 58 and 70. That's over the summit of Stevens Pass, and emergency repairs will include roadway stabilization, removal of debris, and fixing the drainage issues. There is no estimated time for reopening. Emergency repairs in Tumwater Canyon and east of Skycomish are still in development. The East Wenatchee City Council swore in 2 new members and 1 returning representative last week. On Tuesday, Paul Harrison, who was newly elected in a contested race, he took the oath of office. He was joined by Ettore Castellente, appointed to the council last year to fill a vacancy. Castellente ran to retain the seat in the November election. He ran unopposed. Likewise, veteran council member Matthew Hepner unopposed in his race. He took the oath of office for a 3rd term. The new council officially begins work on January 1st. The Wenatchee School District is set to begin a modernization project of the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center next month. It's out in Old Station. The district says the $14.5 million project is funded by a state grant and will update existing facilities and expand popular programs with more space and industry standard equipment. The school is an educational option for students around the area. It offers hands-on training in career fields like healthcare, the culinary arts, fire science, law enforcement, and more. The updates include a dedicated stair tower for fire science, a demonstration kitchen for the culinary arts, and modern classrooms and lab spaces for new programs like dental assisting. The modernization is expected to be completed 1 year from now. And the two-county nonprofit has some new resources to study the need for childcare in Waterville and perhaps to serve that need a little better. Chelan Douglas Together for Youth earned a $68,000 grant through the State Department of Commerce, which was privately underwritten by the Balmer Group and the Bezos Family Foundation. They'll use it to study the dearth of childcare services in Waterville and recommend ways to fix it. The executive director of Together for Youth is Pete Tagan, and he came by our studios to talk about the endowment with their very own Jefferson Robbins.
There are maybe not enough facilities in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, but there's no facilities, no licensed child care facilities in Waterville. And so as we talk to the community and different partners, and they're saying, well, you know, one of the challenges we see in participating in family or parenting programs that we try to help implement in the community is we don't have anywhere to take our kids when we're doing those programs. So, you know, that's part of what I've grown to really understand much more acutely over the last year and a half is that, you know, some of the challenges are similar, but how we address those challenges might vary depending on the location.
To be clear, you're not a child care provider, you're not opening daycare centers, but you are interested in what child care is available for kids because that affects the way youth develop in your community. Exactly. And I mean, there's a number of really high quality licensed child care providers in Wenatchee Valley, from, you know, your infant to toddler care, which Chelan Douglas Child Services Association is a good example of that. They provide child care for, you know, infants to, you know, preschool age. There's, you know, the YMCA has after school and before school care program that provide child care services and learning services to youth that are at school age. There's a whole bunch of other examples of organizations and agencies doing similar work, so I don't want to just highlight those two. But in Waterville, what we know is that those services don't exist. The next closest licensed provider are in Orondo, which are great, you know, providers, but it is a bit of a drive
for families in Waterville.
Right, for sure. And Waterville is the target for this $68,000 child care partnership grant. That's where you want to pour your resources in. So now with this grant in hand from Department of Commerce, what steps do you expect to take in that town first?
So for the last several months, we've been doing the first part of the project, which is a needs assessment. It's, really understand the landscape, what's happening in Waterville, what are parents saying they need, how many kids are we talking about, what sort of economics are we talking about in terms of what can parents afford to pay, to really understand, like, from a parent's perspective. We're also talking with a number of community groups, like the PTO, for example, to understand sort of in a focus group setting what's going on and what they're seeing. And then we're also doing a number of interviews, both with folks locally and then also sort of the more expanded Chelan and Douglas County area as well, to really understand what's going on in Waterville. The other element of it, other than just understanding the need, is to understand what opportunities would people like to see. Like, what if money, resources, time wasn't a barrier, like what would they like to see in terms of childcare? Additionally, like, what obstacles do they see? So we can really identify, like, what the community's priorities potentially would be, in addition to what the challenges might be present.
Do you know how many kids there are in Waterville in this study area that could be helped by any advances, any findings that you might come forward with in childcare?
I don't have a solid number now.
You will soon.
That's something we're working on, and we're trying to, we can use some census data and information and sort of normative discussions about what parents are saying they would need. A couple years ago, the school opened up a transitional kindergarten program that's been hugely successful up there, from my understanding. That's been providing that 4 and 5 year old program to kids, as to prepare them to get ready to go into kindergarten, at where they need to be. So based on that, when opportunities present themselves, the community, takes advantages and realizes them. So I feel like there is a tremendous opportunity, and there has been really good buy-in from the community as well.
And that is what the heck is going on around here on a Monday. The original name of our evening news is What the Heck is Going On Around Here, but that doesn't sound very good. Evening news sounds a little bit better, and that's what we'll have for you tonight. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, on 10 o'clock, the traditional airings on television. 5, 6, and 10. If that doesn't work in your schedule, our news will be posted on our YouTube page right about 5 o'clock. We'll have it, of course, on our homepage, because we're always streaming live at ncwlife.com. We'll put a link on our Facebook page, or as I like to call it, in your Facebook. And if you have a news tip, send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Sports is next. It's a Monday edition of Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Tour Moses Lake just a gas tank away. With its abundance of outdoor activities, Moses Lake is a great place to visit. From fishing and boating to exploring the city's attractions, there is no shortage of things to do. Whether you're enjoying any one of the variety of restaurants with the family or an adventure-filled day with friends, Moses Lake has something for everyone. Tour moseslake.com and start your adventure today.
Welcome to Bliss. Population U. This is the you that appreciates the warmth of a good coat and the fit of a purposeful boot. At Coastal, we want to be your partner in finding your bliss. We are hopeful and helpful because we're about this community. So when you're looking for a place called Bliss, trust Coastal, your country lifestyle superstore. Coastal, we're just what the country needs.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
21 minutes after the hour in sports. Of course, we're going to have to talk about the Seahawks. We did that last Friday, but here's an update from the NFC West. The only team that played yesterday is a team that's already been eliminated. That was Arizona. They lost to the Falcons in a game that nobody watched. So for the record, the Hawks, the Rams, and the 49ers have all clinched a playoff spot. Arizona was eliminated, of course, back in July. Seattle Kraken's 4-game losing streak came to an end on Saturday. They beat San Jose. Must be an expansion team. Anyway, they won 4-2, so that they're off the losing schneid there. Right back to work today. They're at Anaheim to take on the Ducks at 7 o'clock tonight. You can watch that on King and on Kong. Well, the Cougars are hoping to end their season, a very strange season, on a winning note. They will be in Boise this morning at 11 a.m. for the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. They're taking on the Aggies of Utah State. Again, that's 11 o'clock this morning. They're on their third coach in less than a month. Of course, Jimmy Rogers left the program. He's going to take over as the head coach of Iowa State. So they hired Jesse Bobbitt, his defensive coordinator, to be the coach. He said, no, I'm going to go to Iowa State too. So now they have Kirby Moore as the coach, but Jesse Bobbitt is going to coach tonight for the Cougars before Kirby Moore takes over at the end of the game. Women's college basketball, feel sorry for the Washington State women. It's been a rough go of it. They fell to 1-12 over the weekend. They lost to Pennsylvania back east, 67-62. Gonzaga knocked off Missouri State on Friday, and Stanford beat the Huskies in Stanford, 67-62. But as you can see, the Huskies righted the ship. They beat Pacific in a blowout yesterday in Seattle, 90-50. And the Gonzaga ladies, they improved to 8-5 with a victory over Missouri State on Friday and Riverside yesterday. Men's college basketball scoreboard looks something like this. Seattle upsets the Huskies on Friday. Utah crushes Eastern Washington Saturday. And a nice victory for Gonzaga. They beat Oregon in Portland. The final there was 91-82. High school basketball, in case you missed it over the weekend, as they head into Christmas break. We have the game for you here on the NCAA Live channel. Cashmere upsets previously unbeaten Natchez Valley 34-27. Yeah, it was a low-scoring game. There are the rest of the games on Friday for your girls prep basketball scoreboard. Saturday, a little more action going on, and most of the games, as you can see there, weren't really competitive. Cashmere hit the road and lost to Royal, and the rest of your scores from Saturday in prep girls basketball. Now it's the boys' turn. Prep boys on Friday. Look on down the line of how all your teams did. Cashmere beat Natchez Valley in a game that we televised, 51-42, and the rest on down the line. That was Friday, and then on Saturday, there you go. They had more girls' games than boys' games, by the way. On Saturday, there are a few games that are going to be held today. I didn't get time to put it together. Sorry about that. Maybe I'll have it tonight. And those are just some of the games that people are playing at 24 minutes after the hour. For all of the people watching this show online in Zimbabwe, I want to wish you a happy Unity Day. It's Unity Day in Zimbabwe today. It's National Date Nut Bread Day. It's Forefathers Day. It's Mathematics Day. By far, the worst subject I did in school was mathematics. Still is. It's National Cookie Exchange Day. But today, we honor short people. Today is National Short Person Day today. How do you know if you're short? In this country, the average height for a guy is 5'9". The average height for a woman is 5'4". So 5'9" average for men, 5'4" average for women. Taller people, I'm one of them, actually have a shorter lifespan than shorter people. You're at your tallest, by the way, when you get up in the morning because you're sleeping, and of course your discs in your back have a tendency to stretch out a little bit. So when you first get up in the morning, you're at your tallest, and then as the day progresses and the discs between the vertebrae begin to compress, you gradually get shorter. And if you stand most of the day, you'll be shorter still. Famous short people. Charlie Chaplin was only 5'5". Prince was only 5'3". Dolly Parton's 5 feet. Danny DeVito's 4 feet 10. James Madison, our shortest president, he was only 5'4". Do you think we'd elect a 5'4" person again, man or a woman? I don't know. Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space, was only 5'2". Half the reason he got the gig is they needed to find somebody small enough to fit inside the cockpit of the rocket that took him to space. And Lady Gaga is only 5'1". So for all of you short people out there, and you know who you are, today is your day. Celebrate it with someone you love. It's 26 minutes after the hour. Today in history, there you go. Sherman's March to the Sea came to an end, kind of. South Carolina was going to get it pretty hard at the start of the year, but he sends a telegram to the President of the United States and said, I have a Christmas present for you, President Lincoln. We have conquered Savannah. December 22nd, 1864. Knowing this was coming, the day before they rolled into the city, the mayor of Savannah and all of the prominent citizens and property owners and landowners in Savannah, Georgia, rode out to the front lines of the Union Army and said, I'll cut you a deal. We won't resist at all. Just come on in exchange. Don't burn down our city. And the Union commander said, deal, we won't burn your city down, which is why Savannah still pretty much is the way it was 161 years ago, because they protected the property and the buildings and the citizens of Savannah because they didn't want to get slaughtered. And then they turned north on South Carolina, who got it a lot worse than Savannah did. And happy birthday to the Lincoln Tunnel. Opens for business on this date in 1937. In New York City. Unlike the Holland Tunnel that connects New Jersey and Lower Manhattan, the Lincoln Tunnel connects New Jersey and Midtown Manhattan. It's actually 3 tunnels, 2 lanes that go one direction, 2 lanes that go the other direction, and a third tunnel that can change lanes in either direction depending on traffic. Believe it or not, it opened in 1937, and it was 50-cent fare to go through the Lincoln Tunnel until 1970. They didn't raise the fare for 33 years. And now, if you want to go through the Lincoln Tunnel, it'll run you $22.38. And as usual, they only charge a toll going from New Jersey to New York City. Leaving New York City and going to New Jersey, it doesn't cost you a dime. 2 heavenly birthdays. Cornelius McGillicuddy, better known as Connie Mack, born in the state in 1862. He owned and managed the Philadelphia Athletics for the first 50 years of their existence. He founded the team in 1901, and he still managed the team in 1950. What does that mean? He holds every managerial record you can think of. As you're going to manage a team for 50 years, you're going to get them all. He most wins, 3,731. Most losses, 3,948. Most games managed. He managed 7,755 Major League Baseball games. And his victory total is 1,000 more than any other manager in the history of the game. One of the baseball legends, Connie Mack, born in the state in 1862. We always do presidents. We usually don't do first ladies. I'm going to make an exception because I recently read a biography of Lady Bird Johnson. She was a very unique individual. She was born in the state in 1912, of course, married to LBJ. She was the 38th first lady of the United States. LBJ proposed to Lady Bird on their very first date. She eventually said yes. When her father died, she inherited $41,000 and turned it into $200 million. The LBJ Holding Company, radio stations and television stations. In fact, she was the first lady to become a millionaire in her own right before her husband even entered politics. That ain't bad. Lady Bird Johnson, born in the state in 1912, and lefty Steve Carlton. Whenever he pitched on television, I watched because he was so great to watch. He's 80 years old today. Second most lifetime strikeouts among any left-handed pitcher. He was the first pitcher to ever win 4 Cy Young Awards, and he was the last pitcher in baseball history to throw more than 300 innings in a season. Steve Carlton, lefty, is 80 years old today and in the Hall of Fame in 1994. For Heat and Air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsors. For Heat and Air, call Alpine Air. Did I put a Mike Mignotti opinion in the system, Malcolm? I did. Good. I did it last week. I forgot what it was. Mike Mignotti's got an opinion coming up, and then in case you missed the ceremonies on Friday night, we will show to you in its entirety the induction ceremony as they retired Hailey Van Lith, number 11, at the Kashmir High School at the Rondeau Memorial Gymnasium. We'll have that ceremony. And then she had a chance to sit down during the second half of the boys' game to chat with her very own Eric Granstrom. Both of those are coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
When flooding hit Serve Wenatchee, their office and Fresh Hope Market were devastated. But their mission to help prevent homelessness in this valley hasn't stopped, and neither will we. I'm Todd McLaughlin, General Manager at Apple Valley Honda. Now through the end of the year, we're donating $25 to Serve Wenatchee every time someone takes a test drive. And if you happen to buy a vehicle, we'll give an additional $100 in your name. Because when our neighbors are in need, this community steps up, and we're proud to be part of that.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, I'm really pretty conservative. I always have been. I really don't like big government. I think taxes are too high. And I'm sorry, but I think Democrats have a tendency to be self-righteous, and they jump to unjustified conclusions when Republicans do things they don't like. However, I've never been a Republican, and I'll tell you now, I never will be. The Republicans allowing themselves to be under the thumb of that man who is the head of their party, they repel me. And while I may be disenchanted with Democrats, I'm disgusted by the Republican Party's willingness to sell their soul. And for what, I ask? And I do believe there are many others in this great country of ours who are beginning to feel the same way. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
for Susan.
During the holiday rush, those might be the best words you can hear all week. At Abby's, you get a night off from cooking, a place to gather with family, and easy holiday catering that everybody loves. For legendary pizza and hospitality, visit Abby's.com. Aloha and Melikaliki Maka from Abby's. End your year with a tropical twist. Our big Hawaiian pizza at a legendary holiday price. Plus, earn $5, $10, $20 or more in free pizza with our holiday gift card offer. Abby's, a legendary holiday pizza tradition.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Because of her extraordinary contributions to Cashmere High School athletics, and for the legacy she leaves behind for future Bulldogs, we are proud and honored to retire her number 11 jersey tonight. Hailey's number 11 jersey will never be worn again in the CHS girls basketball program. Hailey, on behalf of Cashmere High School, the athletic department, and the entire Cashmere community, we thank you. Your journey began right here, and your accomplishments will continue to inspire generations. It is our privilege to officially retire your jersey. Cashmere Bulldogs, please join us in celebrating the unveiling of Hailey Van Lith's number 11 retired jersey. Please draw your attention to the scoreboard on the north end of the gymnasium. The retired jersey will be unveiled in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you guys so much for tonight. It really is a blessing for me to come back and see everyone, see where I started. Cashmere is such an integral part of my journey, and I spent 4 years here. And I just have so much gratitude for this community for so many ways. Number one, the way that people showed up for women's basketball and women's sports here. It kind of set the bar, and what we're doing now in the professionals and what we're fighting for and how we're fighting for women in sports, you guys set the standard for me to go and walk in rooms and have confidence to know that what we were asking for was possible. So much thank you to even look at today, look at all the people that are out here. You would like, this is not common. And so thank you guys so much for showing up for me when I was here, showing up for my teams, showing up for women in sports. Because again, you guys set the standard for me, and now I walk into some of the biggest rooms in the world where we're talking about what women in sport deserve, and I have, you know, I have something to say because I experienced it ever since I was in high school. So super grateful for that, but I think my years in high school, and when you look back now, I was so stupid because I just wanted to get out of high school, and I wanted to move on and play at the next level, but as I've learned in my career over and over again, it's how valuable the journey is. And I even have it tattooed on me, my favorite saying, the journey is the dream, because you're always looking ahead, and you think, if I get this award, if I get drafted here, like, then I'll be happy, but you gotta stand in it every day, because the journey and the process of being great is really the biggest gift. That's God's greatest gift. That's right, Nana. Say it again. That's right. And super grateful for how I could stand in it every day with you guys here for 4 years of my life. We'll never forget it, and I hope you guys know that I've played in some of the biggest stages, some of the biggest games, in front of some of the biggest crowds, but nothing will ever mean as much to me as the days that I played with Cashmere on my chest in this high school gym for my community that I grew up in. And when you see me out there, know that you see you, because I'm a reflection of everything you guys poured into me. And I love you guys, and I'm so happy to be back, and yeah, thank you so much.
There you go, Hailey Van Lith. Being honored here at Cashmere High School, her alma mater, after spending her days here and then heading off to college and now the WNBA. And fittingly, Megan Carlson is out there, formerly Megan Franza, who also blazed a path here from North Central Washington to be drafted after a stellar career at the University of Washington and being drafted by the Phoenix Mercury. And Megan Carlson kind of broke those boundaries here for small school kids to dream big and achieve big. And Hailey Van Lith following that right here from Cashmere High School.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
And I'll turn it over to you, Eric.
Okay, thank you much, Grant, as the ball continues to work on the perimeter here. And we've got someone you might recognize joining us here on the broadcast on the NCW Live channel. And Hailey, you'll have to tell me if that is too loud for you. Is that okay?
It's great. Perfect.
Okay, all right. I wanted to, let me get that adjusted for you.
You got me good?
I think you've done this a couple of times, haven't you?
A few.
Hailey Van Lith joining us here on the NCW Live channel. Grant's going to keep track of basketball. You and I are going to talk a little bit here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What is that like for this evening for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's so many emotions all in one. It's hard to explain. Just seeing people that were really the start of what people see now, what they look at when they see me now, was built in this school, in this community, with these people. And just seeing teachers that I had and friends that I grew up with, and my family back in this gym, it's just a lot of gratitude, and just remembering that I really am so blessed, and to look at where I started and look at where I am now, it's truly like been a great journey.
I see these young girls that are walking around here, and of course they're starstruck when they see you. But the dream started for you when you were that young, right? I mean, didn't you come out and say, I want to be in the WNBA someday?
Yeah, I mean, I always had dreams, and I was always super ambitious. Whether I really knew the caliber of the dreams that I was saying I was going to accomplish, like, who knows what was going on in teenage Hailey's mind. But yeah, I used to be those little girls, and for me to have the opportunity to be that role model and be someone that they can see and know that I'm experiencing that, and I've played at that level, to be that role model in that way so that they can believe in themselves. I mean, what else can you ask for in life, is to inspire the next generation. So I love it. I love seeing them in all their jerseys. I even see a couple of little boys in the jersey, and you know, that's incredible in itself. So it's truly, today's been a blessing.
And this evolution that you've been a huge part of for women's sports and women's athletics and women in athletics, how has this wave been? Because, I mean, you're crashing on the shoreline of making all of this happen. You and the rest of your ladies that are also doing this with you. It's got to be gratifying for you, isn't it?
Yeah, and like I said in the ceremony, like, I had a community that supported me and showed me what was possible when you invest into female sports, and when you show up for them, like the incredible things that can be done. And a lot of people don't get that opportunity. And so they kind of spoiled me. Like, I was showing up in rooms being like, I'm demanding this. Like, I know this is possible. I had it in high school every day. And they did that for me. And, you know, I can't thank them enough for showing up for us and inspiring me to continue as I become a pro, to fight for women to have more, for us to have more opportunity, for us to be respected in the same way that men in sports are respected. The confidence I have in that was built in this room, and so it's cool to come back and experience that.
Well, talk about those rights. I mean, that's going on right now in the WNBA that you're a part of. New collective bargaining agreement that's being discussed and things like that. Are you really involved with that? I mean, I know you're just coming off your rookie year, so how is that progressing from your eyes and your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I am a rookie. It is my first year, and how much do I really know about CBAs and what should be in them and what shouldn't? Oh, good block. A lot of people could say, like, rookies don't have a seat at the table, but that's not true. Our players union is doing a great job of empowering all of our voices. A lot of us have spoke up and you know, expressed how we feel, what we want, what we think should be happening. We have meetings all the time, and you know, our players union is doing a great job at speaking for us and advocating for us. And at the end of the day, like, it's a business conversation, and I believe that the league wants to get a business deal done. And so I have full faith in both parties that something will happen, and we'll be able to continue seeing the women's game grow.
Meanwhile, they're growing the business of the WNBA with an expansion, and that's a question mark for you too, right? Because Chicago, did they protect you? Did they not protect? Where do you sit on that as far as that expansion draft? Because they can only protect like 5 players per team, right?
Yeah, I mean, the hard thing about talking about all that is the CBA has to get done before the rules are set and the standards of what are going to happen in the expansions and things like that can be even remotely discussed. So it's all up in the air, to be honest. But what I like to say is any job is a good job. So obviously, I love Chicago, and I'm super grateful for them believing in me to draft me and take a chance and you know, use their draft pick on me. But at the end of the day, like, I just want a job and I just want an opportunity. So whatever that may look like, I'm ready to put myself out there and step up to the plate, and I hope that is with Chicago. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and whatever happens, season, I'll continue to, run my race.
I know you're ferociously competitive. That's how you've become where you are at 5'9". Talk about this season, that rookie season for you. I know that you want to improve a lot going into your second season.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's about getting healthy. I wasn't
and talk
healthy.
about that. You had an ankle injury, and you had a little procedure done in the off season.
Yep, I had ligament repair done on my ankle because it was college was a lot of wear and tear on my body. I didn't get off seasons, especially these last couple years when I was preparing for Team USA, playing in the Olympics. Those took up my off season. So when I wasn't playing a full college season, I wasn't taking time. I wasn't getting the opportunity to take time off. I was having to pursue other things. So my body needed a break. There was a lot of wear and tear. My ankles were no longer supporting me at an efficient and a safe, healthy way, and so I had to take a chance and basically say that I have an opportunity to be better if I get this surgery, and that's what I decided to do. And rehab's going really well. So the main goal of this off season is to get healthy and be healthy next year.
Tell me about Unrivaled.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. That's where I've been. That's where I'll be going back to. It's a really cool opportunity. They're doing a great job marketing and putting us on a platform to be successful. And so I'm super excited for what that season could bring once I'm able to return to the court.
I have a question from a huge fan of yours. I know I got to let you go. I've kept you for a long time here. But every time I go in, there's a little convenience store that's not far from the TV station.
Yeah.
It's called the Beer Shop. It's in Wenatchee.
Love that.
Okay, so Judy at the Beer Shop, she's asked me every time I come in, how's our girl? How's our girl?
Shout out Judy.
So I said, Judy, okay, if you had one question to ask Hailey, what would you ask her?
Yeah.
She says, well, after all of this is over, are you going to come home?
I'm going to say yes so that my parents don't kill me when I go back to them. But no, again, as I've left, I've gained so much appreciation for this community, and even just the natural beauty of this valley, and how we get all 4 seasons, things like that you take for granted. I've learned that that's very uncommon, and so I have so much appreciation for this community where I've grew up, and I would love to have a home base here for sure. But who knows? There's a lot of life to happen in between then and now.
Oh, by the way, Karen Blomquist wanted me to tell you hello. I know.
Yes.
I know you have a connection there. Karen was helping us get set up earlier today, and she says, I'm not going to be able to be there, but I'm going to be watching on TV. So you be sure and tell Hailey hello. How is that too? I mean, you get your entire family here for this event tonight, and you don't happen without that community support and without that family support, right?
Yeah, I mean, the family is the foundation for everything. Obviously, a life in sports is a lot of uncertainty, especially in the WNBA and women's basketball. There's no guarantee that you're going to have a job the next day. So having my family to hold me down and support me through that and keep me encouraged through the moments where I may doubt myself, that's everything. And the people that don't have that are the people that don't make it. So thank goodness I have a family that, sacrifices so much for me, and I'm so glad to have them along with me on this journey.
There's so many young ladies that might be watching this, or we're going to watch it later with their family, that type of thing. That's my final question for you. What is your message? And I know you probably have a similar message anytime you get around young ladies. What is your message to them?
Yeah, I think especially people that, come from communities like this is everyone's going to always look at you crazy when you have a dream, and just having the ultimate confidence in yourself that if it's meant to be, it will be. If you show up and put in the work in anything, and whatever, it doesn't have to be sports. It could be a college you want to go to. It could be that you want to be the next president. The craziest dream you could think of. No matter where you're from, no matter where you start, it's all about the journey and the process every day. So, all the young women in the room, I just hope that they see a testimony of that in me and further instill that belief in themselves.
And if it's going to be, it's up to me. I mean, basically, it doesn't happen without work, right?
Yep.
And you have worked so hard to get to where you are.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have fun with your family. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And
yes.
Happy New Year. And we look forward to another great season, either with the Sky, if it's with, I don't know, Portland.
Yeah.
Wherever you land.
Wherever I am.
Okay. All right. I got to ask you one. Oh, Marion's taking a picture. I got to ask you one more. Olympics 28. The last time I saw you a couple of summers ago, we talked about the Olympics. Is that still an option for you? Or?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, anytime Team USA will have me out, it would be an honor. Yeah, there's no question about that. Whatever that looks like, you don't turn down opportunities like that. That's always the goal. So.
All right. Hailey, thank you so much.
Of course.
Hailey Van Lith joining us here on the NCAA Life Channel. The basketball game is still going on, by the way. We haven't forgotten about that. 36-29.
Yeah.
Kashmir is on top. We will take a quick break, come back, get Grant back on the headphones, and we will have more basketball coming up here on Hailey Van Lith Nights on the NCAA Life Channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCW Life. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCW Life Channel.
We have a little time on this Monday morning. Thought we'd take you around North Central Washington and the Wenatchee Valley one more time with our PTZ cameras. We're going to pan, we're going to tilt, we're going to zoom, we're going to do the hokey pokey. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sun is now officially getting up there. It was at 7:46 this morning. As you can see, some low clouds and fog have begun to form over the larger bodies of water around the Wenatchee Valley. That's from the roof of the Cascadian, looking back towards the cross, I believe, downtown Wenatchee, the Wenatchee Avenue, right there at the middle of your screen. It's going to be sunny for the most part today. A lot of people, well, I shouldn't say a lot, most people that I know anyway, would like to see a white Christmas here in the valley. Don't hold your breath. You'll turn blue and pass out because it's probably not going to happen. Upper elevations will as well. Ooh, Malcolm has zoomed in on Turtle Rock. Of course, why do they call it Turtle Rock? If you look at it, it looks like a really big rock. There you go. And look at all the snow up in Mission Ridge. They got Mother Nature snow, and they made their own, too. So they're starting to recover from the events of a couple of weeks ago up on Mission Ridge. And I think we're heading to Billy Goat. And we are, ooh, he's got that baby zoomed about as far back as it can go. And now we're moving here. So you might want to, snap in your seat belts and put your tray in the upright position. We may have a little bit of turbulence there as we move the camera off towards the distance, out towards Bridgeport. Good work this morning, Malcolm. Take the rest of the day off, starting at about 6 o'clock tonight. One slide to show for you, just a quick little look at the outlook. It's actually, all things going to be considered, pretty quiet. Our best chance of precipitation is going to be tonight and then again Wednesday during the day. So tonight and then overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, and it's going to be rain, folks. The snow level is going to be just a little bit too high for us to get some snow here in the valley. Upper elevations, up the canyons and whatnot, Birch and Badger, you're going to get a little bit of snow, but probably not here in the Wenatchee Valley. From the National Weather Service, sunshine today until very late in the day, about 4:30 or 5. By that time, the clouds will be here. So we do have a 50% chance of rain from about 4 o'clock this afternoon till about 10 o'clock tonight. Snow level will be about 1,800 feet, by the way. It goes down to 1,500 feet on Tuesday, but no snow. That's it for us. Have a good and safe Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.